So hello guys, so today I'll start the lecture 8 of day 3 of analog communication. And in previous class, we have studied about DSB-SC modulator circuit. In that section, I have already discussed about balanced modulator and ring modulator. So now today I'll discuss about DSB-SC demodulator circuit. So today's topic is DSB-SC demodulator circuits. So in that case, in case of DSB-SC modulator circuit, there we are giving message signal M of T as input in case of modulator circuit. And we are giving M of T, that is the message signal, as the input along with carrier signal CP. Carrier signal. And what we will get at the output? We are getting output S of T. So now we are just going to reverse the process. That means from modulated signal S of T, that is nothing by my modulated signal. From that modulated signal, we will get modulating signal or simply message signal. So we are in modulator circuit, we are getting modulated signal from modulating signal, and in this demodulator circuit, we will get modulating signal from modulated signal. Okay, so that's it. That's why it is known as demodulator circuit, and the process of modulation is DSB-SC demodulation technique. So similarly, as per depending on the circuit, the demodulation technique of DSB-SC or the demodulator of DSB-SC also divided into two categories. So first one is coherent demodulator or coherent demodulator, and the second one is your Costas loop. So these are the well-known demodulator circuit of DSB-SC. Okay, so now move to the very first circuit, that is coherent. This is coherent demodulator. So in this case, you will see that DSB-SC wave, that is nothing but your modulated signal, that is S of T, is fed to a product modulator, that is product modulator, where CT equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT plus phi is added. So after addition of this, which comes from local oscillator, and it will give me V of T, and this V of T next fed to low pass filter to get V0T, which is in the form of M of T, or from this V of V0T, we will get the modulating signal. So go to the numerical part. So S of T equal to AC cos 2 pi FCT MT as per my modulation technique. Okay. And C of T is given. That is AC cos 2 pi FCT plus phi. Okay. So now what will happen? Now we will get V of T. V of t is nothing but a product modulator. That means SC multiplied with C of t, which will give AC cos 2 pi FCT m of t multiplied with AC cos 2 pi FCT plus pi. So now after calculation, that is AC square m of t cos 2 pi FCT multiplied with cos 2 pi FCT plus pi. This will, I will get this equation. So now take, this is A and this is B. So it will calculated from normal trigonometric formula, that is cos A cos B, that is half cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. So after putting this, we will get S of t, no sorry, V of t equal to AC square by 2 m of t so this is the final cos phi plus AC square by 2 m of t cos 4 pi FCT plus pi. So this is my equation after applying a product modulator. So now this entire V of t will be passed through low pass filter, where this signal will be filtered out. So after applying low pass filter, I will get V0t equal to AC square by 2 m of t cos pi. So you will see that it will be representing term of m of t. Okay. So this is my modulating signal. Modulating signal. And having a phase. So I can say signal and carrier signal, that is modulating signal, and carrier signal will be in a phase, where V0t is maximum at phi equal to 0. That means phi equal to 0 means cos 0. So V0t will be AC square by 2 m of t at phi equal to 0. And V0t will be null. That means it has no value at phi equal to 90 degree. So at phi equal to 90 degree, cos 90 degree was 0. So V0 t equal to 0. So this condition where V0 equal t equal to null, this condition is known as quadrature null effect. Quadrature null effect. And to avoid this effect, we will modify the demodulator circuit, and then we will use Costas demodulator circuit. So in this Costas demodulator circuit, you will see that S of t is given in both the sides. The upper portion is in phase and the lower portion will be shifted by minus 90 degree. Okay, so the upper portion, upper half of the diagram having C1T, let it C1T equal to cos 2 pi FCT plus pi, and the lower portion, that is after minus 90 degree phase shift, it will become FCT plus pi minus 90 degree, which will give sine 2 pi FCT plus pi. So these are the two section, that is upper half section and lower half section. So in upper half section, it will gives you C1T is equal to cos 2 pi FCT plus pi, and in lower half section, the signal will be phase shifted by minus 90 degree. So it will become sine 2 pi FCT plus pi. Now V2, so first of all V1T, that is the V1 of V of T of the output of product modulator of the upper half portion, V1T equal to S of T into C of T. So C1T. So the calculation will be same as the previous one, only the difference is in this case AC will not be multiplied and extra AC will not be multiplied. So it will become AC by 2. So AC by 2 M of T cos phi. This is the upper half portion. And next V2T. This is the output of the product modulator which is used in the lower half portion. So it will give S of T multiplied with C2T. So it will give you S of T. That means AC cos 2 pi FCT into M of T. It will be multiplied with C2T, that is cos, that is sine 2 pi FCT plus pi. Okay, so now again arrange this equation into cos 2 pi FCT multiplied with sine 2 pi FCT plus pi. So now consider this is as A and this is as B. So from the basic trigonometrical equation, cos A sin B, as we know that cos A plus sin B equal to half sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. So putting this value to the equation of V2, and we will get V2T equal to AC by 2 MT sin phi. So see, we have two equation, two product modulator. So this is product modulator 1, and this is S of T. This is cos 2 pi FCT plus phi, and after minus 90 degree phase shift, it will become sine 2 pi FCT plus phi, and this is product modulator 2. So in this case, we have to use two product modulators. Okay, so this is product modulator 1. It will gives V1T, and product modulator 2 will give V2T. Now this V1T and this V2T will fed to a phase discriminator. Phase discriminator, which will find the discrimination among the two phases, and whatever I will get that is V0t, which is nearly equal to, or which is in the form of m of t. So if phi equal to 0, then what will happen? So phi equal to 0, we have two equations, V1t equal to AC by 2 m of t cos phi. So at phi equal to 0, okay, so V1t will be AC by 2 m of t. So S of t and product modulator V1t, I will get V1t at phi equal to 0. Now, and V2t will be 0. So V1t phase discriminator, and this will give you V2t. So at phi equal to 0, I will get V1t. So I will get AC by 2 m of t. If phi equal to 90 degree, so V1t will be 0 and V2t will be AC by 2 m of t. So there is, so at phi equal to 90 degree, I will get V2t. So see, in this case, no null effect or quadrature null effect is occurred. So due to which Costas loop is introduced. So this is all about your DSB-SC demodulator circuit. So that much for today. Next class we will discuss about SSB-SC modulation technique as well as SSB-SC modulator circuit and demodulator circuit. Thank you all.